Hey everybody, welcome back to Brainiac Baseball's 1982 Detroit Tigers season replay. Today's matchup is between the Toronto Blue Jays and the Detroit Tigers at Tiger Stadium. On the mound for the Blue Jays is Jim Clancy, whose record is 2-1 with a 3.66 ERA. And pitching for the Tigers today is Dave Rozema, whose record is 4-1 with a 2.38 ERA. And so I cannot wait to get out of Detroit and go on the road because we have had 5 really difficult games at home, really culminating with the Brewers' 20-17 win. Then we came back and won it, walking off against the Blue Jays in the first game of this series, and then yesterday turned into a slugfest in which we could not recover and close it out. So it was a rough game yesterday. Trammell and Hatcher both hit their 4th home runs of the season, which was nice. Jack Morris couldn't get through 5 innings. We have only had one pitcher in this homestand get through 5, and that is Jerry Uger, of all players. So we have Dave Rozema on the mound today. He is 4-1, and we are relying on him to get us the final victory so we can get out of town and go to Fenway. He's pitching against Jim Clancy, who shut us out in his last start against us. It was a 7-0 shutout. So I don't know what to expect today. I guess maybe it's going to be another slugfest. I hope Rozema can keep it under control, give us a chance to win. So taking a look here, here's Dave Rozema. The Blue Jays, the current lineup of the Blue Jays, is batting .242 against him. So advantage Rozema. Our bullpen, with Paul Gibson added yesterday, is healthy with the exception of Roger Weaver. Our closer, he will not be available today. He took a loss. He's 0-3, although he has not blown a save this season. Here's the lineup for today. We're going to mix it up a little bit today against Clancy. I don't know if this is going to work or not, but we have John Mayberry in there, DH, instead of Reggie. We're going to put Glenn Wilson into right field. Ricky Henderson listed as tired again. 2nd time this week. So we move Dawson over to center field. We put Glenn Wilson in right, and we're giving Parrish his regularly scheduled day off. And there's going to be a Marty party behind home plate with Marty Castillo. So let's go ahead and do the official lineup rundown for the Blue Jays. Also, I don't know if you saw the title card. If you noticed, that was Greg Brock, his photo as a rookie for the Dodgers. Thought we'd get a Greg Brock photo in there. Here's the lineup rundown for the Toronto Blue Jays today. Batting leadoff and playing center field is Rick Bosetti. And we're going to show the last 20 games for each player today. So you can see yesterday Bosetti went 3 for 6 against Detroit with a triple and 3 ribbies. Batting second, playing second base is Garth Iorg. Batting third at third base is Paul Dade. Batting cleanup in right field is Danny Tartabull. Batting fifth at first base is Willie Upshaw. Batting 6th and catching is Ernie Whitt. Batting 7th in left field is Al Woods. Batting 8th and DHing is Tim Corcoran. And batting 9th at shortstop is Steve Davis. And here's Rosie. Let's take a look at Rosie's last few starts. He had that complete game to start off the season, and then he's kind of fallen back into his old mold of 5 to 6 innings pitched. And we'll take that from him today. He's won 4 games in a row, his last 4 starts. And so he has been pitching decent. We expect that from him today. He, you could almost consider him our team ace. And again, when the 15th of the month rolls around of May, we are going to discuss the Dave Rozema injury that wiped him out for the actual 1982 season. So there's the defensive alignment for the Tigers today. We got Marty behind the plate with an 83 defense and Glenn Wilson in right field maxing out at 90 over there. Okay, Rick Bosetti leading off against Dave Rozema. Let's get this game started. Bosetti 0 for 3 in his career against Rozema. Flies out to center field. That's Dawson out there in center today instead of Ricky Henderson. And then Rosie walks Garth Iorg, a 225 hitter. That's not good. Next up is Paul Dade, batting 270 with 3 home runs, and Iorg steals second base on Castillo. Castillo's arm is pretty strong, right? Yeah, it's 89. And that may be an 89 associated with third base. I'm not sure. He did play third base in his career, but he was primarily a backup catcher. So a runner in scoring position now, and a full count to Dade, and he strikes him out looking. Nicely done by Rosie. And he's going to have to face the 19-year-old Danny Tartabull, batting 230 with 4 dongs, and a pass ball by Castillo allows Iorg to go to third. So a poor defensive showing so far for Marty, not having a party. Ground ball to first, and that'll do it. Good job by Rosie getting out of that mini jam. We go to the bottom of the first with the Tigers lineup. Leading off, playing second base is Sweet Lou Whitaker. And here's the log for the Tigers as well. Batting second in left field today is Kirk Gibson. Batting third at third base is Mickey Hatcher. Batting cleanup at first base is Greg Brock. Batting fifth at shortstop is Alan Trammell. Batting sixth and DHing is John Mayberry. Batting seventh in right field is Glenn Wilson. Batting eighth in center field is Andre Dawson. And batting ninth and catching today is Marty Castillo. Here's Jim Clancy, as I mentioned in his last start against Detroit. He's already started against them, against us twice. Neither game did he give up an earned run. And of course, he had that complete game shutout, striking out 4 against Detroit at the end of April. Since then, he beat the Yankees and had a little bit rougher of an outing against Texas, where he gave up 6 walks. So let's check out Jim Clancy today, see if we can't put some runs up against him. There is the defensive alignment for Toronto, same as it was the first 2 games. And Sweet Lou leading off against Jim Clancy. I have him batting leadoff. He's had some success against him, 3 for 9 with a home run in his career. Let's put that to 2 home runs against Jim Clancy. Takes the 4th pitch he saw and crushes it to center field, 436 feet. That is Sweet Lou's 4th home run on the season. And then Gibby, who is crushing it lately, strikes out looking. There's 1 down. Gibby batting 338 in his last 20 games. Next up is Mickey Hatcher then, and Hatcher hits a ground ball back to Clancy. There's 2 down. And Greg Brock in the cleanup role today strikes out swinging to end the inning. Tigers take the early lead 1-0 on the leadoff home run by Whitaker. We go to the top of the second. We have Willie Upshaw, Ernie Whitt, and Al Woods due up. Ground ball up the middle by Upshaw, snagged by Trammell. There's 1 down. Next up is Ernie Whitt. Whitt ground ball into the hole. Trammell ranges to his left and gets, I guess it's his right technically, and gets Whitt at first. There's 2 down. And Al Woods hits a grounder to Hatcher. And an easy 1-2-3 inning for Rosie. Good start for Rozema, and we go to the bottom of the second. We have Trammell, Mayberry, and Glenn Wilson due up. Trammell hitting a little bit better, batting 278 with 10 extra base hits and 15 RBI. And he drops it just over the fence for his 5th home run on the season. So maybe he's ready to be moved up into maybe like the third spot. Now as he's starting to show some pop. So make that 11 extra base hits now in his last 20 games. 2-0 Detroit. John Mayberry walks. He has been a surprisingly good batter for us. I mean, his on-base percentage is like .470. And then Glenn Wilson gets in on the action, dropping it in to left field for a hit. He has a double. Mayberry's got no speed, holds it third. And it's second and third with nobody out. That is Glenn Wilson's third double on the season. And Andre Dawson up next. Now Dawson batting .158 in his last 20 games, but he's got 15 RBIs. So he knows how to handle this situation. Boom. Oh no, a fly ball into right field. Tartabull does not have a good arm. A 70% chance for Mayberry. There we go. We took a chance just based on Dawson driving in runs, and he is successful. Glenn Wilson advances on the throw, and it's 3-0 Detroit. So Dawson comes through. Okay, we are going to go on contact with Glenn Wilson. We're going to let Marty swang it. And he hits a fly ball into left field. That'll be deep enough to get Wilson in. There we go. Good job by Castillo. It is 4-0. So Detroit having a bit of revenge on Clancy early in this final game of the series. And back to Whitaker at the top of the lineup, who lines out to Woods in left field. We go to the top of the third. 4-0 Detroit with Tim Corcoran leading off. Corcoran gets the first base hit against Rozema. A single through the left side of the infield. So Timmy on first for Steve Davis. Davis hits a slow grounder to third. Can they turn two? They cannot. The only play was to first. So one down for Rick Bosetti. We go back to the top of the lineup. And a grounder to short. The only bag you don't want to hit it to. Yeah, and who was that? Corcoran was running, and he was thrown out by third. So base running blunder as Bosetti is safe at first. Well, there we go. Another hit for Garth Iorg. So he has a walk and a hit today. And it's first and third with one down for Paul Dade, who's already showed us he's got power with that grand slam. And a ground ball base hit through the right side of the infield. And it's 4-1 Toronto. You have to excuse me, my allergies are acting up. It's so beautiful here in Tucson right now. I have the windows open, full knowing that my allergies are probably going to be off the chart today. So that is my excuse as Rozema gets Tartabull to fly out to center field, and we go to the bottom of the third inning. So the Blue Jays are on the board. It's 4-1 with Gibby due up. We have 2, 3, and 4. And Gibson hits his third home run of the season. The Tigers' third of the day, and it is 5-1. We are absolutely crushing Jim Clancy. As Hatcher taps it back to Jim Clancy for this first out. One down. And now here come the lefties. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, well, I was looking at the wrong lineup. I haven't. It's early. It's not even 11 o'clock yet, so I'm not drinking. I'm just not paying attention. There's two down for Trammell, and Trammell hits a weak grounder to first. So the Tigers have only 4 hits today, and 3 of them are home runs. It's 5-1 into the top of the fourth. And as I was saying before, the 4 lefties in a row are up now for the Blue Jays. And this is where we seem to have some trouble as Upshaw lines out to center. There's one down. And then Whitt bloops it into left field. Caught by Gibson. 2 down for Al Woods, and Woods into left center field. And Gibby makes the play there. So all fly balls to the left side of the outfield. We go to the bottom of the fourth with John Mayberry due up. Mayberry, look at a 455 on-base percentage. He's really been showing that he... Oh, there it is! There's Mayberry's first home run as a Tiger. He gets in on the action. And it is 6-1, and they're keeping Clancy in there. These are all solo shots, but they're no doubters. And then Glenn Wilson, who already has a double today, looks like he's got another double. So he's 2 for 2 with 2 doubles. Andre Dawson, nobody out still. Dawson goes to right field and flies out, and Glenn Wilson tags and goes to third base. Okay, we are going to try to go on contact with Glenn Wilson on third. Oh, that'll get it done. Is that gone? Did Castillo get in on the... That's a Marty party, a 2-run shot into left center field. 5th home run for Detroit in 4 innings. It's 8-1, and they're keeping Clancy in there. Unbelievable. I mean, he has nothing. And it's not like they don't have people in the bullpen. As Whitaker pops out to third base. It's only the second out. And here's Gibby walking. I mean, it's early. I kind of want to go for a stolen base with Gibson. I mean, is it pouring it on? I mean, yes, it is, but it is only the 4th inning. And we've seen these scores. Gibson steals second base. That is his 4th on the year. So Gibby in scoring position. Let's see if Clancy plunks Hatcher. After 5 home runs and a stolen base up 7, you would think maybe they'd go after him as Hatcher grounds out to short. And we go to the top of the 5th. 8-1 Detroit. We needed this game badly. Now our goal is to get Rozema at least through 6. That'll give our bullpen a little bit of a break. As Corcoran grounds out to first. Up next is Steve Davis. Davis skies it on the infield. Who's going to call for it? Looks like it was Brock. 2 down for Rick Bosetti. Bosetti hits a grounder to second. And that's going to do it for Clancy. They're going to bring in former Tiger Larry Anderson. I say former Tiger, he didn't actually play for us in the majors, but he was in our minor league system. As you can see here, a career minor leaguer. But getting some opportunities here with a pretty decent rating to pitch in the majors. This is his 7th game this season with a 5.54 ERA, 11 walks, 7 Ks. Opponent's only batting 188 against him. Fastball, pretty solid, 92 miles an hour. It's his best pitch, rated at 84. He's got an 83 rated curve, so 2 above average pitches. You'd think he'd, I don't know, maybe pitch in more games, but we'll take our chances here with Glenn Brock leading off, and he bloops it into right center field. It will be caught by the right fielder Tartabull, 1 down. Next up is Trammell, and Tram walks. I think we're just, this could be a double play, but we're going to let everyone swing away at this point as Mayberry strikes out. 2 down for Glenn Wilson, who's 2 for 2 with 2 doubles. And he makes good contact, but lines out to right. We go to the top of the 6th inning. Don't forget, we do have the robot race today. This will be our last robot race for like about a week as we go on the road. Robot races are only run at home games, and we've almost filled out the entire first round of the bracket. So stay tuned for that. Garth Orge, 6 for 9 in his career against Dave Rozema. And he's 1 for 1 with a walk today. There we go. Rosie gets some revenge. Strikes him out. There's 1 out. Paul Dade up next. A ground ball to first. There's 2 down. And that's going to leave it up to Danny Tartabull. We have lefties coming up, so this will be the good time for the Tigers to go to a left-hander as Tartabull, the youngster, crushes it into center field. That is his 5th home run of the season. He had 6 all of last year. So he's coming into his own. That's going to do it for Rosie. We're going to bring in Paul Gibson, who will be sent down after this game. We'll be bringing Comstock back. And Gibson made his debut as a Tiger yesterday. And we'll let him get through these lefties. He strikes out Upshaw. Solid job. We go to the bottom of the 6th. 8-2 Detroit. Dawson, Castillo, and back to the top of the lineup with Whitaker. Who's the player of the game so far with 5 home runs? It's pretty hard to say. Keep in mind, Wilson's 2 for 3 with 2 doubles. Man, this is a close call. I don't know who. So we're gonna see if anybody separates themselves. Starting with Dawson, there's a base hit through the right side. Dawson gets into the action with a hit. He's 1 for 2 now with an RBI. Next up is Marty Castillo. Castillo strikes out on an inside pitch. The second K for Anderson and the first out of the inning. So 1 down, runner on first for Sweet Lou. And Lou pops it up to short. Davis makes the catch. 2 down now for Gibson. Now Gibby, he's got a shoe and a shot today, right? He's got a home run and a stolen base. So maybe he is the de facto player of the game at this point as he flies out to right field. We go to the top of the 7th. 8-2 Detroit. We're going to let Gibson pitch to Whitt, Woods, and Corcoran. Whitt batting 103 versus lefties. Grounds out to second. There's 1 out. Next up is Al Woods. Woods hits lefties really well, batting 308. Flips it into left center field. And Gibson, Kirk Gibson, makes the play. 2 down now for Timmy. And Corcoran gets a base hit to left. Of course. So that's going to do it for Paul Gibson. And we're going to bring in Tom Hume. This guy, his arm is going to fall off and keep up this pace. This is his 17th appearance. 0-0 with a 3.66 ERA, 12 Ks, and 19.2 innings pitched. Opponents are batting 254 against him. Wow, he's thrown 3 wild pitches already this year. Looking at his splits, he does better against righties, as you might expect. Okay, so runner on first is 2 down, and Davis over 2 against Hume in his career. Pops it into center field, and it will be caught by Dawson for the 3rd out. Good job by Hume. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning with the robot race. We're down to 4 contestants for the last 4 spots on the first round. Today's contestants are Douglad B. We have Tony A. Rob S. and Bill H. A little bit more space in between the robots today. They can run a little freer. We have 45 seconds on the clock. We're going to flip it into super full screen. And as always, we're going to count down from 3 and then hit the start button. The winner overall in our bracket will win an autograph from a Hall of Fame pitcher. We'll announce who that is when we get to the second round. So, okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1, barrel. Good luck to everybody today. Rob S. A robot's lead into the first place. Bill H. falling way back. Douglad just cruising there at the top. It always seems like people come from, the robot comes from the furthest spot back. So if you have an early lead like Tony A did, everyone's coming back to the field now. with 15 seconds to go. Who will pull away? Is it going to be Tony A? He's going to drop back. Here he comes. I sense these things now. We've seen enough. Oh no, Bill H at the bottom. Bill H. He was slow and steady the whole race. Congrats to Bill H. There is the 4 robots with Bill winning, Tony second, Douglad third, and Rob bringing up the rear. Let's go ahead and add Bill H to our bracket. Bill H is going to go up against Alan B in the next round. Bill H should pop in there any second now. There it is. Okay, we'll save that later. Get back to the bottom of the 7th inning. Tigers are up 8-2. Larry Anderson still in there, pitching very effective so far. Hatcher 0 for 3 on the day. Pops it up on the infield. The shortstop Davis makes the play. Next up is Greg Brock, also 0 for 3, and he walks. Brock always finds a way to get on base. Runner on first. Now for Trammell. We're going to hit and run with Tram. Tram, one of the many Tigers to have a home run today. Grounding out to short. The only play was to first as Brock was going. And let's see if John Mayberry can get his second home run as a Tiger. Nope, a line drive right to Davis. Davis is everywhere this inning as he catches the line drive. We go to the top of the 8th. We have got Bosetti, Iorg, and Dade due up. We're going to take out Hume, and we're going to bring in Dave Patterson. Patterson just came back from the minors and pitched pretty well down there, as well as his first go-around with the Tigers. That 0.87 ERA, 1-0 record. Opponents are batting .211 against him. Got a lively fastball at 91 miles an hour. And he's got to get Bosetti, Iorg, and Dade to get through this inning. And that starts off poorly with Bosetti hitting a solo shot into left center field. That is Bosetti's first home run this season and his first home run in 3 years. So glad to oblige you there, Mr. Bosetti. Garth Iorg up next, striking out right down the middle for the first out. And then Paul Dade rips it into left center field all the way to the wall for a double. So runner on second now with Tartabull. Oh no. Base hit to left. Dade holds at third, and buttholes are puckering right now as the Tigers, I don't know how many times you've seen it, have given up leads, and sometimes we come back and win, but this is not a good feeling. You got these 4 lefties due up, and we're going to bring in George Capizzello to get through this next patch of lefties. I'm not worried about this runner at third. Let's try to turn a double play here with Willie Upshaw. Ground ball to short. This could be 2. No. They get the lead runner at second as the run scores from third. And it's 8-4. That run goes against Patterson. Next up is Ernie Whitt. Ground ball to third. And there we go. Hatcher makes the play. It's 8-4 now. I was right to kind of keep the pressure on, but we have not done anything against Larry Anderson. Glenn Wilson having a good day. Oh, he strikes out. That's the third K from Anderson. Next up is Dawson, 1 for 2 with an RBI. A weak ground ball to second. He's going to leave it up to Marty Castillo. And he strikes out. Oh, man. Just no action there as we go to the top of the 9th inning. We're gonna let Capizzello try to finish this game up. Al Woods and Corcoran, followed by Davis, 2 lefties and a righty. Cappy jams Woods, popping it up right on the chalk. And there's an error by Castillo. Woods is safe. It must have fallen into fair territory. And this is going to go badly. There's the walk. Davis up next. Slow grounder to short. They get the runner at second for the first out. First and third, 1 down for Rick Bosetti. Already hit the lottery his last at bat with the home run. Ground ball to short. And there's the double play to end it. They tried to give it away. Tigers win 8-4. Another high-scoring game. We'll take the victory. We need it desperately. That evens our record at 4 for the month of May. Not great. We should be doing much better than that. Let's take a look at the standings. As we are now 11 games over 500 with a 3.5 game lead over Baltimore. Baltimore, that's impressive considering they have so many injuries. Kansas City still cruising along with their 914 OPS. They have 3 batters over 400 into May. That's incredible. Let's take a look at the transactions. Any trades, any transactions of note? Milwaukee loses their 5th starter with a broken neck. Oh, that sucks. I don't know what they're going to do for their rotation. And then Minnesota loses Mark Corey for just a few days. Okay, let's pull up the box score and get out of here. Thanks for watching, everybody. Like and or subscribe. We head to Fenway to face the Red Sox. That's not a good team either. They're only right above the Blue Jays in the American League East. Player of the game, do we give it to Marty Castillo? Of all players, he had 3 RBI. He hit the home run. I think we're going to give it to Kirk Gibson with the home run and the stolen base. He had the shoe in the shot. Rozema goes to 5-1. Paul Gibson, good job. Patterson, the only reliever who didn't do particularly well, as Castillo's error almost sunk George Capizzello. Home runs by Bosetti and Danny Tartabull for the Blue Jays, as Jim Clancy takes the loss, going to 2-2. Okay, we're going to come back tomorrow and play the first game in the Boston Red Sox series. Until then, everyone, have a great day.